When is the last time you escaped on a great getaway? For two. A getaway being a 2 to 3 night mile or 300 miles away from home. You know, the convenience of these trips is every bit worth the plans. An extended weekend is all you need, leaving your accrued days for scheduled family vacations in place. As parents, it's short enough for the children to enjoy a weekend at relatives or friends, and being that it's only 2 to 3 days leaves a parent guilt-free of fun without them. If you love meeting up with relatives or friends, great. It's fantastic. Schedule them for the first evening of this trip. This leaves the next 2 days just for you and your love. When we do include relatives and friends or time, we share our time. And sometimes that time becomes about something about just them. Okay, these getaways are of the mindset of depositing 100% investment in you and your relationship. We need this. And all of our busy with work, raising children, and all of the miscellaneous, we can go days filled with distracted communication and, very tired eyes. So these trips, being that they're short, really is about getting to know each other, catching up on all the things that's important to you, the intimate things that's important to you. What we do and how we are is what creates our magnificence. The value in these trips isn't in the length of time. It's in the quality we create with the time that we have. What we do and how we are is what creates our magnificence. Focus your thoughts on however you and your partner have fun, love to relax, and romance. Leave all the communication regarding bills, work, relatives, and raising children at home. All of this stuff will be waiting at home for you. It's just 2 to 3 days, right? This way, that stuff doesn't interfere and fill up your time. This weekend is about rediscovering what keeps your candles lit. When we do this, it leaves the space for friendship and love wide open for beautiful exchange, forging through to new discoveries of our interest. What's new and improved and all that stuff that sort of goes by us because we are so incredibly busy with our house and family. Okay? Do this, and through your many years together, nothing will get lost because you're always there. You're always there parallel to each other. Your life is in parallel to each other. Your life changes will be intertwined with both your lives, right? So there's no waking up 10 to 20 years from now and really not knowing or not keeping up with the changes that has happened in your lives involving your partner. And that happens a lot to a lot of us because we do get very busy with our lives. And our lives are so full of stuff and things to do and people and places and events and this and that, that even living in the same home in shared partnership, we can actually start to take different paths. And through that time, get lost. And there's a wake-up call in there somewhere. It happens on the journey. We wake up one day and we realize that we've lost something. What we've lost really comes down to, it's very simple, is we lose our time with each other because we stop investing the time because all this other stuff comes in. Focus on rejuvenation on all fronts. Okay, this is about you. And it's about your partner. So whatever that takes for you, whatever that looks like for you, do that. It's what creates a 2-day getaway to the feeling of a 10-day vacation, right? We don't need the 10 days. It's how we spend the 2 days. is what gives us the quality of how we feel on our return home. To communication without words, the undistracted, right? Undistracted, no phones ringing, comfort of touch filled with embrace, leaving us peaceful and serene to being in the quiet distance of our eyes reading. It's all great just to be in each other's space. Sometimes we don't have to really say anything, but just to be there in a undisturbed and undistracted place where you can just be together. There's so much quality there to be enjoyed. Each place that we go gives us something new. It's a new experience, right? Obviously. But it goes deeper than that. We have so many choices today, right? We have so many choices to choose from. You can do your getaway on a mile away from home. It's not far away. It's convenient, back to home. Okay, and it actually gives you more time on your trip. I actually recommend that more than taking a long distance trip, because that time is really precious on such a short venture. But each place that we go gives us something new, giving us a different experience. But what it also does, because of that, it actually tries on something new for the relationship as a whole. We feel different, right? You go into a new restaurant with your love, yes? Doesn't it feel different than when you're just going to the same routine place that you go every Friday? You change it up and you go a different place and you feel different. It's like, oh, okay, it feels different. You may even want to put on different clothing. It makes it starts something different in us. It enlightens us with something. Sometimes maybe it's romance, maybe it's ambiance. Different places have that inspiration to motivate us to feel differently. So I always advise not going to the same place every time, just because of that. A new place inspires something different within us. And what it inspires is depending on the place. But certainly it's worth the experience to try on these different places, because we don't know what we don't know, right? We don't know what we haven't experienced. So try it on. It gives us something new, and it's a refreshing feeling, and it adds in with, it makes a 2 to 3 day venture into feeling like something really spectacular, like you've gone away, all right, on a extravagant vacation. So it does that, okay? That's why I recommend these things. There's so much to choose from today, in our big world. We have so many hotels. The hotels very often, and I used to do them way back when. They have the inclusive weekend packages, romantic packages for two. Okay, set up just for couples. And it's very, very popular, from a Thursday to Friday to Sunday. A lot of these places are in place and inclusive, which includes meals, spa time, resort amenities. They'll tell you what all they have. But these have become very, very common. I would say the last, 20, 30 years, that's how long, these have become very common, including brunch on Sundays, and it's really quite spectacular. And, the other choices you have are a variety of different sorts of bed and breakfasts to choose from. And don't we know that each bed and breakfast delivers something completely unique and different? It's really amazing what bed and breakfasts offer, and there are even some bed and breakfasts where you'll find you're the only couple there. And if that interests you, you can actually plan that and set that up and see and book out, or book last minute to see maybe who just has no one and you're the only one there. So whatever you're looking for is what I'm trying to share with you. It's really available. Whatever it is, do it. when we try something new, it gives the whole relationship something different. And it's really a fantastic feeling. And when you go home, you actually deliver something different when you go home. You take those great feelings that you just experienced over those 2 to 3 days, and you deliver it to your children. You know that? You deliver it to them because you come home and you're feeling great, right? You deliver it everywhere you go. At work on Monday, everybody notices you're shining bright. So they're wondering what happened. Something happened. You're singing a tune and you're skipping into work. So these trips are incredibly meaningful, not only as a couple for romance and all that great stuff, but for ourselves, to rejuvenate us, to feel good. We don't always have the time to go on very long extended vacations, but I'm going to say don't wait, don't delay. Take these. They're every bit worth it. There was a very long time in my life that I did these really often. I did them all the time. I think actually once or twice a month. And it was wonderful because I felt like I had been away somewhere. It was really fantastic. And it tries on beautifully on a relationship. It's absolutely magical on a relationship. So I highly recommend do this for yourself. It's absolutely amazing. And, the one thing that I'll leave you with is to do something that makes you happy, refresh yourselves, and reacquaint, and have fun creating something new. Okay?